We can ride anywhere we need to go. We can ride all night up to the morning, as long as we make the show. We can be the best or we can be the worst. We can be the best thing you ever heard. With the motor singing and the grandstands ringing, it's hard to put it all in words. But this is how we ride, this is how we do. Riding mud, sliding up higher in the groove. Don't give a damn about the cash we're spending. With the time we got, we choose to play it on the go, to stay out on the run. We all high, wild, and handsome. Ain't telling you what's right or wrong or what to choose. Hey, but this is how we do. This is how we do. Out on the dirt ovals we play, life in the bright lights with no shade. So letting her go, letting her rip, letting her fly, tossing her in sideways, living the life, letting her ride, outside winning to die. Cross her up on the cushion, crossing the line, cause some drama and some bullshit they didn't like. And if they don't like the move, then we're ready to fly. But this is how we ride, this is how we do. Riding mud, sliding up higher in the groove. Don't give a damn about the cash we're spending. With the time we got, we choose to play it on the go, to stay out on the run. We all high, wild, and handsome. Ain't telling you what's right or wrong or what to choose. Hey, but this is how we do. This is how we do. This is how we roll, this is how we do. It's not for everybody but the chosen few. And we pray, cause we know that they might not ever come back. But this is how we ride, this is how we do. Riding mud, sliding up higher in the groove. Don't give a damn about the cash we're spending. With the time we got, we choose to play it on the go, to stay out on the run. We all high, wild, and handsome. Ain't telling you what's right or wrong or what to choose. Hey, but this is how we do. This is how we do. Like Carson Macedo, and they can growl about it. Lonely like old bro Joe. Cartel gonna care for me, not you, cause I'm the CEO. I'm here to fight, looking to sink with my torpedo. I'm just a lap car trying to survive, running in the back, fearing my life. Cause there's a black 2041 guy adding to the junk in the field with some white on white crimes. Or is it 99 maybe? I don't give a damn, but the bank statements lately adding up through the junk that the crazy man's making. Reckon her, reckon him, non-binary maybe, who knows? If I don't like him, I slide him like Carson Macedo, and they can growl about it. Lonely like old bro Joe. Cartel gonna care for me, not you, cause I'm the CEO. I'm here to fight, looking to sink with my torpedoes. Carson Macedo. And I don't know where we go from here and what we think about it, but it seems to me, gotta be about it. Time for talk and speak comes across as weak, especially when dotting I's and crossing T's. It seems to be what they all want and what they need. And then you'll go, oh, oh no, just like them cars. Down when he goes, and then they get to finally feel like Carson Macedo. If I don't like him, I slide him like Carson Macedo, and they can growl about it. Lonely like old bro Joe. Cartel gonna care for me, not you, cause I'm the CEO. If I don't like 'em, I slide 'em like tossing mosquito. And they can cry all about it, lonely like old bro Joe. Cartel gonna care for me, not you, cause I'm the CEO. I'm here to fight, look in the sink with my torpedoes. Tossing mosquito. Princess, yeah, oh man, with that body riding, play model princess, yeah. We don't play around, yeah, that ain't no doubt. We just send it in the corner, live, live it out. No, them Fender girls don't understand it all, yeah. Ain't no hesitate. We just make it, babe. Paint them cushions in those corners. No, it isn't safe. But for my sake, will you save it all? Cause you'll do the same to my heart, yeah. Late model princess got me going crazy. Yeah, she got them wings and never wing it down. Late model princess, yeah, she makes me listen with that dirty air that got you hot and bothered. Late model princess, yeah, oh man, with that body riding. Late model princess, yeah. See, I like that Dan, you know what you are, I know what I am. You a little late model star. Always. It's just the truth, 'cause I'm I don't want to scream. I don't want to scream. I don't want to scream. I do want to scream. Trust me, I do want to scream. Oh my God. I want to scream, ladies and gentlemen. How are we doing tonight? Oh, high limit. The winner, Rico Abreu. Sean, you're here. You're actually here. I can't believe that you're here still. You're here.
I'm here.
I don't know how he's actually here, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on, let's center the camera. There we go. But I feel like, see, the people believe in the Chaz for, and some of these arrogant fuckheads, I'm gonna say. Arrogant, and not Israel, Sean. I know I got you with our show the other night. If you have not seen the episode with the honestly, Sean, right? I mean,
Yeah, I was blown away.
if you have not seen the show from the other night, I highly suggest that you go and you watch our episode from earlier this week. We dive into real things. That's what we do on the Chaz. We don't have no limitations. People want to get mad at us because we talk about this, we talk about that. Oh my God, Chaz, I don't want you to hear about this. I want you to hear about sprint cars and dirt cars and BBB. I really don't care. Because on the Chaz, we talk about the truth. And this is what some of these arrogant fucks, I'm going to call them arrogant fucks at this point. Because after today's, hold on, there you go. After today's news and how it was handled, these are people who are little Caesars. These are little Caesars. Oh, and we're going to explain what we mean by this. Your phone notification just went wide open. It's fine, Sean. Is it Connie telling us to be quiet? Okay, it's not. Okay,
it's my boy.
Is it Jack?
Yeah.
And Jack's, he's all in on this. Israel thing now, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I sold Jack. I sold him because I'm telling the truth. Once again, you do, and once again, back to the arrogant fucks. We're gonna try to centricate on the arrogant fucks. The arrogant fucks, which, by the way, not gonna be mean to anyone tonight. You can be poor, rich, a nobody. You can be an arrogant fuck and just simply exist. Broke Joe, arrogant fuck. It took me 3, 4, actually, it took me 5, 6 years to learn that Broke Joe was an arrogant fuck. Some of you motherfuckers are wolves in sheep's clothing, and you play your role very well, extremely well. So, what I mean by this is you arrogant fucks. Do you still don't understand why people watch me? Why I don't look at the screen right now. I made all of this, by the way. I'm not just stupid. I have the skills and the ability. There's impact on the screen there, on my hat, and down here to the bottom left. And hey, if you want to go off and fuck me over tomorrow and call up David and say, get rid of that guy or we don't like you anymore, all right, Rockwell Security is going to protect me, by the way, out of Kansas City. Go like their Facebook pages and everything like that. I'm just saying, the reason people watch me is because, you arrogant fucks, we come on here and we tell what the number one rule of being a public speaker, what we're doing right now, is saying what people think but are afraid to say. Period. Period. There's nothing past that. If you are scared, you don't exist here. You can't be on this screen right now on your phone that you're watching on, Donnie and Tony and Dell Jr. You can't sit here and do what we're doing if you're scared. Now, you can be purchased. Oh, you can be purchased, back to the Israel assumption. Not even an assumption at this point, is it? It's not, right? We're talking about what I'm talking about, right? I mean, this is what we're talking about. When people listen to what we talked about the other day, this is what we're talking about. Are you scared? Are you afraid of public persecution? Are you afraid that Dale Earnhardt Jr. will hate you tomorrow? Are you mad that Tony Stewart won't come on your show again, even though you had this amazing relationship and interview? Are you scared that Donnie Schatz won't say hi to you anymore? Are you afraid of these things? If you're afraid of these things, then you cannot do this. This is just in our world, Sean, because I said it was a microcosm in the sprint car world, because when you get to the levels that Charlie Kirk was at, it's not just about Donnie Schatz, it's about Netanyahu and Donald Trump. I'm not talking about little shit like what we do. We do little shit. Let me just make that clear. Dale Jr., Tony, Kyle Larson, all these people, Rico, all of us, we do little fucking shit here. Little shit. When I say little shit, I'm not trying to be mean to Rico. I'm just saying that out publicly, all right? I'm not trying to make the joke there on the little shit when I say, no, I would never say that about Rico. I think he's one of the best representatives, best people in the sport. I'm just saying, I thought that you would laugh, Sean. You didn't laugh. Now I feel like an asshole. All right, you're giggling. You're giggling just a little bit. But you cannot come on these things and be anybody if you're afraid. So, if you want to learn about some interesting things, correct, Sean?
Oh yeah. Definitely interesting things.
If you want to learn about some interesting things in the real world, this is why I've expanded. This is why I don't just sit here on my show and talk about this little bitty winged, car that goes around the track. This is why we talk about more than that on the Chaz. Because I'm not going to let my ability to think and understand be hindered by this sport. Because this sport is very, once again, back to the Little Caesars, very hindered. Because there's a lot of people wanting to be mini Netanyahus, wanting to be mini Illuminati, or like I said, the greatest Freemasonry symbol of all time is Little Caesars. Yes, the pizza place. All these things that are named in signs are literally symbolisms. Little Caesars. What is Little Caesars? Little Caesars are people who want to feel like they're the king of their industries. But like I said, Tony Stewart, Donnie Schatz, Dale Earnhardt Jr., y'all hear these names and y'all fucking freak the hell out. Oh my God, this is like Jesus. No, they're Little Caesars. When you equate how important these people are in the world that we live in, they're very important even to me when I think about this. But in the reality, they're Little Caesars. They want control. They want power. And if they can get into a certain position to where they feel like they're that thing and the people around them acknowledge it as that thing, that's what they are. But once again, the only reason I'm saying this, explaining this right now, Sean, you had no idea this was coming at all, I'm assuming. The only reason I'm explaining this is to reiterate our Israel show the other day, because these are the fucking Caesars. These are the people who are actually running some fucking shit. I'm not talking about who runs the dirt world and who's, collaborating with Rico. Our show the other day that fucked up your son, correct?
And me.
And you. I'm not going to sit here and hinder my knowledge of this fucking world. Now, the only thing I was wrong on that show, and the only reason I ain't made no fucking shorts from that show the other day, is because Zionists are not necessarily out to promote the Jewish people over everyone. They just believe that Israel should be a solidified state. But we broke down a lot of stuff on that, did we not?
Yeah, we did.
So I did make some missteps in the video the other day, but there's a lot of knowledge that I said on the video the other day that were not wrong. Were they not? Because your son has literally went and researched what I referenced, right?
Yeah.
And what did he fucking find out? He's fucking freaked out right now, correct?
Well, I don't know about freaked out, but he's probably just as dumbfounded as I was.
Yeah, so we could sit. All I'm saying is we could sit here and talk about the sprint car, Rico, Tony Stewart, Dale Jr., Donnie bullshit tonight. But as far as like reality, we fucked up reality.
At least it's opened up his eyes on what's going on deeper in the world than what they're telling us at the moment.
Well, and that's always the question, right, Sean? Who are they? Who are they? And I was basically pulling back a little curtain on some people who did not know who they were as to who they may actually be. Because I feel like there's a lot of American citizens who feel like you felt the other night, and we broke I call it popping the bubble. We popped the bubble on what mainstream media tells these people and these individuals what to think. We popped the bubble on it. And it was very enlightening to hear Jack call you. You and your son, you talk every day. And for Jack to call you the last 2 days straight and have 3-hour conversations about, oh my God, what y'all talked about. Oh my God, they do own all the media. They do promote everything. They do own this much amount of money and this much influence. It blew their. I mean, that means for here's what I'm saying to the dirt track world. What I experienced him and his son's interactions the last 2 days means more than anything we could ever talk about tonight, because that matters more, correct?
Right. It does. I mean, that's the root, I guess, of life. I guess I don't.
Life as we know it. Life as we know it. That's what I'm saying, is like I altered what y'all know life as. Does that make sense? That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So, if y'all want some education on real shit outside of me saying Zionists just want to, establish Jewish rule over the world, there was a lot of very good information over that. And honestly, it does look like the Zionists do want to establish rule over the rest of the world. Is that not? I mean, your son basically is in that. He went from 3 days ago to believing, oh, well, USA and Israel, we get along. Why would you say that? And now he's like, what the fuck? Here's the problem. Right?
Yeah.
So, once again, if we could talk about real shit, that's the real shit. But once again, to reference what I've been saying here, there are a lot of people. Oh, I can't believe I'm doing this, Sean. I'm going to be in so much trouble now. I'm going to be banned from every racetrack, banned from Eldora, banned from everyone. And hold on. I had you muted because it is picking up. What did you say?
At least you're true to yourself and the people you're trying to connect to.
It's always been the truth. It's always been the truth.
Right.
It's always been the truth. This is, once again, you arrogant fucks. You don't get why people watch the Chaz. He's just a shit talker. He's just, what was the one guy saying earlier tonight? Oh, you just do it for clicks.
Clickbait.
Yeah, you fucking idiots. This is why I'm not clickbait to some people. This is why people listen to me. Because I don't fucking pull punches. No matter how big the opponent is. This channel is David and your shit is Goliath. And fortunately for me, people believe. They believe in the little guy winning. They think my little rock can somehow knock out your giant. And then somehow, y'all keep reacting like this little fucking rock's gonna knock y'all's ass. I mean, y'all are worried about ginger kitties. When you worry about ginger kitties, that is why my people watch. Is it not, Sean? Think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they're like, holy fuck, David over here with his little slingshot just fucked your world up. Wow, David's actually hitting. So, I want to put a disclaimer. I guess I should have put it before I just did all that I did, right?
You're still good, I think.
I mean, fuck. I mean, if we referenced a few more people to the video the other day and they go and tune in and they educate themselves and they learn more about America and the world and its operations, if that actually gets accomplished, I don't care. Like I said, you and your son just referencing that and knowing that means the world to me. Means more than this dirt track racing world. Because it is factual. It has a lot of evidence behind it outside of my Zionist claim. Once again, I've already put the disclaimer there. But the other shit, you go research. Go look it up. It ain't no bullshit.
Right.
So everything I've said thus far, I really don't care if that doesn't get disclaimered. Because if I can educate a few of you dirt track people, you people on the other side of this little screen here, if y'all can go and get enlightened the same way that they did, just one or two of you, I don't care if the whole fucking dirt world track thing hates me. I don't care. But I did want to put a disclaimer here because we are just into the beginning of the show. And the topics in the little bitty bubble known as racing. I don't even want to say the dirt track world because racing's a very little bubble. You heard Kyle Larson just a few years ago. Did he not say when he went to Chicago he felt normal because he could walk around without a mask on and no one knew who he was?
Right.
Didn't he just say that? Like
Yeah.
he can walk down the street.
Right. Yep.
In our little bitty bubble known as racing, there are a lot of things in that bubble that I personally care about. Do I personally care that Tony Stewart took 3.5 hours, 4 hours of his life, Sean, to come on the show?
I don't know if it was that much, but
I mean, we had a private conversation the night before, probably 6 or 7 hours.
oh yeah.
I'm just saying, I feel if I lose, personally, if I lose the ability to ever do that again, yeah, that sucks. Yeah, that actually sucks. Donnie Schatz has been on the show how many times? You know, we've had so many conversations. Even though Donnie, I have an issue with Donnie Schatz right now. My issue with Donnie Schatz, number one, is that why didn't you perform in the 15? My issue number two with Donnie Schatz, though, is why did you go on a dinner with Ron Rutherford the night after he posted me up at Baps like a little bitch? When I say little bitch, rolled up with your crew and rolled up with all your people and pinned me back. Danny Dietrich sitting in his truck saying, I'll post the bill, just knock his ass out. All this shit happening when all I did was expose a fucking scam artist, in my opinion. And most of the people who watched that interview with Ron Rutherford and his crew from the King's Roll just thought that I was half the fucking interview. They thought I was on Ron's side. And I tried to be, because I cared about Ron Rutherford as well. I did as well. Did underline that twice. So I got an issue with Donnie in that aspect, because I thought we were cordial. But I guess cordial draws its line. Once again, did. With Ron, it's twice. With Donnie, it's once. I don't know where I'm at with him right now. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of things here that could be said on this show tonight that could, once again, in this little dirt world bubble, racing world bubble, could make Tony Stewart never come back on this show. Donnie Schatz may never talk to me again, as well as Tony. And then also a third party that I technically don't really even, I guess I care about Dale Earnhardt Jr. if he likes me or not, Sean. Should I? Should I care?
no.
I mean, it
wouldn't.
is Dale Earnhardt Jr., though. Like, I mean, I get that his Cars Tour's not even pulling the same numbers as, like, IMCA Modifieds at Boone or something. I mean,
Yeah,
his
but
Cars Tour gets lower views. His Cars Tour that he loves, that Kyle loves. Kyle loves sprint car racing. We're successful. Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s Cars Tour gets lower numbers than fucking, like, big blocks in New York. No one even cares about his love, which I feel bad about that, because the short track asphalt racing I've seen is very exciting.
I don't. What kind of pull does Dale Jr. have in dirt? I mean, nothing against the guy. I don't know.
But should I care if Dale Jr. doesn't like me? Should I personally care in the media industry if Dale Earnhardt Jr. does not like me?
No.
Why?
Because
It's a pretty big entity. I mean, he owns Dirty Mo Media. He's purchased all these people. Kenny Wallace and Ken Schrader are on his payroll. These are pretty big people in the dirt world, right?
You want to get sold out?
Hold on. I sent him an email before the Kenny Wallace Ken Schrader deal because I thought Dirty Mo Media was doing some good things. Maybe this is why I personally, feel like Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s opinion of me matters because, like, I thought some of the things I was hearing Dale Earnhardt Jr. say on his show express like a concern for racing. I don't understand how the concern for racing trumps the concern for NASCAR personally, because NASCAR is what's destroying racing currently. Because the population of America only sees NASCAR. They see Indy cars once a year at Indy. And because of that, America is not race fans due to the boring piece of shit loser product. It's a loser product. It has lost fame. It has lost attention. It has lost allure because the NASCAR product is the worst racing product, I think, personally. NASCAR is the worst racing product in America right now. I can take you to an asphalt short track race and give you entertainment. I can take you to IMCA modifieds down at Boone and give you entertainment. I can take you to high limit racing, super late model racing, asphalt short track fucking 4 cylinders. I can take you to whatever you want, and it's entertaining. That NASCAR product on Sunday is one of the most boringest, fucking disgusting examples of racing that we have possibly in the world right now outside of F1. That's the only reason they have an argument, because F1 is worse than that. But I thought Dale Earnhardt Jr. might have recognized how bad that example tainted motorsports, tainted what we can do as racing. And when he got cars and all that, I thought, well, maybe he knows that this is actually a problem. Maybe he knows that maybe he's going to try to get cars and maybe he's going to like get cars together and put it together and maybe go after NASCAR, try to be a asphalt racing example, because cars racing is very entertaining. Cars racing is awesome. Short track asphalt racing puts on a spectacle, puts on a race, puts on a, how about that? Puts on a race. When I think of entertainment, and I think of racing entertainment, what entertainment is in the racing domain. Racing as an entertainment genre, just like football. If NFL sucks, if I take a new person to the NFL and it sucks, they don't just judge the NFL, they judge football. And I think the biggest problem in racing right now is in America, and as far as its promotion of the brand of football racing, is that we bring new people, we expose new people to NASCAR, and it's the NFL, and people judge racing based on the NFL example known as NASCAR, and it's the worst fucking racing product we know to man. As far as I'm concerned, I think it is.
No doubt.
I mean, and I'm comparing that to IMCA modifieds at Boone. I'm just saying, 4 cylinders at Meridian in Idaho were more entertaining than a motherfucking NASCAR Cup race. So this is why I care what Dale Jr. thought, because I thought that, maybe he understood that when he was trying to get with cars. I thought he was trying to trump them or something. But it don't look like that's the case. They keep the fake facade. These NASCAR drivers that they try to act are as good, they just got a bunch of money. They've had $45 million invested into them since the age of 5 years old. And I don't know how to combat this fake facade. We're going to have some fake facade issues tonight. But that's why I thought I should care about Dale Jr.'s opinion, because even though me and Carson Elledge, his niece, had some very interesting issues, we're apparently on good terms now. I ain't talking about the honey dicker of Chase Cabre, but I'm just saying, I felt like Dale Jr. had a grasp on the issue. Does that make sense? You know, it seemed like when he acquired the Cars Tour, he knew that he had to build something that was better to represent asphalt racing. Because at least in dirt racing, we have like premier examples. Like the reason High Limit and the Outlaws and super late model racing is a threat to NASCAR is because it's a segmented form. Like even though people believe Code Trickle's so much better, Kyle, than all the dirt people, they go to the dirt races and they see Kyle get his ass whooped fucking 6 months of the year. So we have the example. It's not like the NASCAR Cup guys are coming back to short track asphalt racing and racing those guys all the time, like as much as Kyle does. So short track asphalt racing is viewed as like, you know, the lowest of the low as far as talent and respect, because respect is what's everything. I mean, respect at the end of the day is what determines who you are. If you think Mike Tyson can knock everybody's ass out, you watch Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying by that?
Yep.
You know, they could say Kyle Larson's Mike Tyson, but we bring him over to the sprint car world and knock that motherfucker on the canvas fucking most of the time. He gets us, but we get him too. They don't have that opportunity in short track asphalt racing. That's what destroys y'all's credibility and respect, by the way, if you didn't know it. So I thought he knew that in the ways he was speaking. But you're saying I shouldn't care.
I wouldn't care.
So,
There's a 007 RJB. He said, when you worry who likes you, you change to achieve their approval. Learn from what has just happened. Be you, no matter who likes you. You don't believe in you, they own you.
exactly. Now, once again, is this a fucking... What I'm saying here is not based on what I feel. It's a disclaimer. Is it not? I'm in a disclaimer explanation.
Right.
I've already disclaimed Donnie Schatz and Tony Stewart. Do I respect Donnie Schatz and Tony Stewart more than Dale Earnhardt Jr.? You better fucking 110,000% believe it. I'm just asking in the disclaimer, should I care? Should I care if Dale Earnhardt Jr. does not like me tomorrow? That's all I'm asking. I'm not saying I'm going to change my opinion. I'm just saying when we get into this show, which we ain't even got into it, although it's very beautiful what we've done so far. It's very beautiful. I'm just simply saying, should I give a fuck? The disclaimer. I'm disclaimering Donnie. Hey, Donnie, I'm sorry. I'm disclaimering Tony. I'm sorry.
Is it I mean,
should I disclaimer Dale Earnhardt Jr.? Should I say that, or should I say fuck this motherfucker? Fuck you. That's what we're discussing right now.
Right. And my thing is, I feel since he's affiliated with NASCAR, if he's trying to grasp dirt track fans, or is he trying to? I guess
the better word is grift. He's a grifter. This is why I don't know if I need to put him in the disclaimer, because Dale Earnhardt Jr. is trying to grift onto the dirt track world. He's a grifter when it comes to dirt racing, in my opinion. We're going to get into this. I find it very disrespectful to Jeremy Elliott. I find it very disrespectful to Kyle McFadden. I find it very disrespectful to me. Anybody who has put their fucking guts into this motherfucking sport. We don't even have to show the clips at this point. I find it very disrespectful that Dale Earnhardt Jr. received this information and was the first motherfucker to put it out outside of these people who have poured their fucking guts into this fucking sport. Poured their guts. Jeremy Elliott, SprintCarUnlimited.com, has poured his fucking guts, and he's got a 30-minute fucking... You got to wait 30 minutes till after we post the news to say or post any audio or video, whatever it fucking was. I don't know the full details. This is just what I'm hearing. When these motherfuckers are getting secondhand, when these people who have killed themselves for this sport are getting second-handed fucking treatment. This is why I call it Dell Jr. anointment. When these people who have killed themselves for this fucking sport are not being respected properly. You know what I mean by that?
Yep.
When they're not getting respected properly, fucking Kyle McFadden should have been ahead of that guy. Always Race Day should have been ahead of Dell Jr. I don't give a fuck what your name is or what your last name or what your daddy did, because your daddy was better than you. At the end of the day, these people who poured their fucking guts out should have been ahead of his fucking line. They should have got the food bowl first. If these people involved gave a fuck about this actual sport, not about their own fucking credibility or what platform was going to reach more people or who was going to be a better fucking sell to the product you were producing, which I guess is this new merger between these, the respect. The respect. I'm sorry. I'm getting fucking pissed off. What do you want to say, Sean? I'm sorry. I need to stop myself. I got it. I need to.
No. You keep going. I'm just, the text I'm getting is.
What? We got to be quiet.
No. Jack's just texting.
I'm just fucking saying. This is my problem with it. This is my Why are you and drinking a beer? What happened? What did he say?
Jack was like, "Damn, Chaz is gunning Dale Earnhardt Jr. down."
It ain't about Dale. It ain't about down. No, see, look. I think Dale Earnhardt Jr. got taken advantage of here, to be honest. Because Dale Earnhardt Jr., I guarantee you, I'm willing to make money bets that Dale Earnhardt Jr. did not. I'm willing to make money bets that Dale Earnhardt Jr. did not ask Tony Stewart and Rico, "Can I break the news?" Go ahead, open it. Everybody's hearing you opening a beer, Sean. I'm willing to bet you any amount of money that Dale Earnhardt Jr. did not ask Rico and Tony, "Hey, can I break this news?"
You think he was influenced some way?
No, I think Rico or Tony thought it was the best way to roll it out. Or Flow Racing, which, by the way, this is the full conglomerate here, right? Flow Racing, because Flow Racing is in with the Cars Tour. Flow Racing is in with High Limit. Flow Racing is in with Kyle. I guess Flow Racing is in with Tony. This is the full conglomerate here. You know, Tony did reference it in the interview that it was Rico's idea to merge. He texted him. You remember? I mean, we could play the clip, but did he not say that? He said this was Rico's idea. This is all about taking down the Outlaws when it's Rico's idea, because Rico had a special deal. Oh, maybe not. I'm sorry. Track my statement. I don't want to get sued by your individual attorneys or your Agajanians. By the way, look up the name Agajanian and research their history in Israel. But oh my God, did I just say this out loud? Oh my God, did I say Agajanian in Israel? Oh my God. But anyway, at the end of the day, before we get too damn deep and get Charlie Kirk, we might get Charlie Kirk after saying that. This is Flow Racing. This is Flow Racing. Oh, Rico all of a sudden just randomly called Tony and said, "Let's destroy an outlaw team." Really? That's how it happened, huh? According to y'all's interview.
I think the plan is to destroy the world of Outlaws.
What better way than to take an outlaw team who's established and remove a potential driver in the seat and merge it with an established high limit team that is under the Flow Racing banner? What better way, Sean?
Yeah.
Let's just think out loud for a second. I had like 10 fucking tabs loaded to talk about things, but I don't even think we need them. I don't think we're going to bring up the tabs. I don't think we're going to bring up the tabs because what we're talking about here is the truth.
Yeah.
There is no visual things needed to be displayed right now. The spoken word is the power, right? That's how Kirk got killed. That's how JFK got killed, MLK. Jesus got crucified. It ain't about what I can show you. It's about what I can tell you. Some people want to control that truth. But once again, Little Caesars. Look up that Agajanian for me. Oh, they're coming for me. We'll have metal letters in the mail next week. We'll read them on the show for everyone to see, by the way, when you send them. But I just don't understand what I do. Is that not the hard part to get, Sean? Like, I understand it. It makes theatrical sense.
I think a lot of people don't understand it unless it's explained.
I think theatrically it makes sense. Like, for instance, people were saying, so I guessed on the show. I did the whole Rico segment with merging TSR, for instance, the other day, 2 days ago, for instance, or three. Was it 3 or 2? I can't remember at this point. When we talked about, when was our last show?
2.
So when we did that show,
Monday.
When we did that show, for some reason people think everyone talks to me. No, everyone don't talk to me. Tony Stewart Racing didn't talk to me. They got me blocked on Facebook because I made fun of their paint scheme 2 years ago. But once again, oh God, I want to get into it. Oh, Misha. Oh, did I say the name out loud? This is like saying Cleopatra at this point. 2 days ago when I made the Rico Tony Stewart merger claim live on the show, I had no idea it was going to be Rico. There was one person I was texting with, and we were guessing who was going to be in the TSR 15. And I said, well, I think it's going to be Gio. I don't think it's Sheldon. I'm hearing other things. And he goes, well, what do you think if Rico merged with TSR? And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Fuck, but I think it's Gio. So we came on the show and made a prediction of Rico TSR merger, thinking it would be so crazy. Like, there's no way that's happening. Me and this guy texting. We make the claim on the show. Next day, I get a text. Hey, TSR announcement's coming tomorrow for the driver. We make the post that we made on our Facebook. Oh, 2026 driver announcement coming tomorrow. Who do you think it will be? And then we clip up our video of what we did the night before, saying it would be TSR and Rico, thinking it was complete bullshit. I mean, didn't I? I said this to you, Sean.
Yeah. Yeah.
Instantly, once I put that out. Hey, you could have waited till tomorrow. Media members, people, real important people. Could have waited till tomorrow, couldn't you? You fucking asshole, you piece of shit, motherfucking Chaz, you losing motherfucking asshole, you're ruining our plan. Whatever. I'm just, paraphrasing at this point. I had no fucking idea that this was going to be Rico and TS. I thought it was so crazy of a thought that I talked about it on the show like it was like a fantasy. But I get accused. Now all of a sudden, I'm the one who broke the TSR Rico news. When really, I guess God just anointed me with the ability to guess it. I mean, what? Well,
that's all it was a guess. We talked about it and guessed and tried to figure out who might be in that car. Would have never thought I didn't think it would be
I
Rico.
didn't either.
But yeah, I mean, we're just throwing out fucking
and
ideas.
We just apparently God's communication and frequency guessed it randomly. That's what happened.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Is this not what happened?
This is what happened.
But now, 24 hours or 15 hours later, I'm called a fuck. What? Go ahead, say it.
You're the dick. You are the complete asshole now.
But they won't believe it because everybody talks to me. Everybody talks to me.
Okay. And I talk to a lot of people too. You talk to a lot of people.
Hold on. The sheep don't talk to the wolf. And the wolves don't talk to the shepherd. Nobody fucking told me that Rico Abreu was going to be in. Or this was never going to happen. That's why I did it on my show. I thought I was like covering for the actual news. I thought it would be Gio. Although in the show I said Gio would go to the 17 and blah, blah, blah. I thought I was covering for everybody, you know, make it a big surprise. No, I'm just the fucking asshole who randomly guessed the shit. And y'all are all fucking mad calling me a piece of motherfucking shit like Jeremy Zarfus on fucking TikTok. Saying that my video was a lie. Saying that I already knew and I'm playing it off as fake. I had no fucking clue. Did I?
No.
No fucking clue. How do we do this, Sean? What do we do now? I've already blown the show up. What do we do? Everything I had to say. Do we talk about the Donnie shots? Do we talk about the shots heard around the world? Do we talk about these things? Do we even play them? Do we?
I mean, is there any reason?
What's the chat saying? I gotta take a piss. That's the sad truth of the matter. Let's see what the chat says. I'll be right back. This is how it goes on the Chaz. We're just normal drunks over here. All right, come and get me, Dell. The chat saying.
Oh, they're saying a lot. What's some other upcoming seat swaps you think might happen? They got any ideas in chat? No, Chaz isn't backtracking. We had no idea, Ken. I see Rico winning the Knoxville Nationals in 2026.
Am I drunk right now? Is that
no.
What'd they say?
Oh, I'm just trying to answer some
these questions. Chaz, we know you are the black ops of the sprint car world. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. Chaz is backtracking now. Couldn't keep his mouth shut. Too late for...
I told him that's not true. That's not true.
I had no idea.
Yeah, we had no idea.
No idea. Like I said, I was in a chat group. We're talking about who could go in the 15, who's going in the 17, who's going in the 18. We were all making guesses. Some guy said, well, what about Rico to the 15? I was like, oh, that sounds kind of cool. We'll do. I'll speak about that on the show. I thought it was a rumor that would never have legs. Who would assume?
Well, I mean,
who would assume that Tony Stewart would turn his back on the World of Outlaws to that degree? Because we know that the Outlaws are done now, right?
Well, we did say, did we not, that Rico was a possibility to go in the 15 car. There was no talk of any merger of anything, right?
No, I said merger. I said merger. And I would assume that if it was a 15, well, because, hold on. How about this? Is it not disrespectful right now, currently, that the TSR 15 is a 15? You got Donnie Schatz having to register at an outlaw race right now as a 15S. Although I think that the 15 is registering as a 15S in response or respect for Donnie. But I'm just saying, the only reason that motherfucking TSR 15 is a 15 is because of Donnie Schatz, buddy. There's no other reason. Tony Stewart's a 14. I'm simply saying that the only reason that car is a 15 is because of Donnie motherfucking Schatz. Period. So I don't think that anyone who would have got into that car next year was going to be number 15. Period. At all. Period. So I would have never agreed with that. I'm pretty sure, any merger they would have had, if it wasn't a merger with Rico or an established name, it would have been 14. Tony Stewart 14 is what I would assume. But I did say the Rico deal, but I thought the Rico claim was false. I thought it was false when I said it. I thought it was just a fantasy idea. I did not know it was fact. I mean, am I lying about this, Sean?
No.
I'm not. But they're saying I'm backtracking. That's what the chat's saying.
That's what they're saying.
Do we go into the shots? Do we go into the shots?
You can.
Into the shots fired? Okay.
Yeah, sure.
We're gonna have to do it. We're gonna have
Sure.
to do it. I'm gonna mute you, Sean, for a second.
Okay.
We go. This is the shots. We go. Once again, I gave my disclaimer, correct? To Tony. I gave my disclaimer to Donnie. And should I halfway give a disclaimer to Dale Jr. or no?
Yeah, just yeah, go ahead.
I feel like Dale Jr. would slap NASCAR in their face if he ran it. So anyways, when this interview broke, there were some interesting comments going around based on what Tony Stewart had to say. Obviously, they broke it first. We already described how we disagree with that decision. A decision for Dale Earnhardt Jr. to break, and this is where I feel like I might disrespect Dale Earnhardt Jr. The decision to allow Dale Earnhardt Jr. to break this news was so disrespectful to the sport of sprint car racing. It basically became like Code Trickle Part 2, to where sprint car racing, I mean, hold on. Here's what I'm saying. If sprint car racing, if this interview that broke the news was Stephen A. Smith, I would have no problem. Does that make sense? If this, hold on. We're going to put your mic back on. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
If that was Stephen A. Smith right here with this breaking news, I would have no problem with that. Because Stephen A. Smith reaches actual people. If this was Jake Paul, if this was anyone of relevancy in the actual world, not racing, I would have no problem with it. The problem is, Dale Jr., as relevant as he may be, is relevant under the NASCAR umbrella. The umbrella is the problem. Because once again, back to Little Caesars, NASCAR wants to be an Israel. You know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
They want to be controlling of the whole entire industry of this little umbrella known as racing. And they're at the fucking tippy top. They already destroyed Nigel Mansell. They already destroyed CART. They already destroyed, with assistance of F1, in my opinion, the system in Scientology. For the record, go look up Jeff Gordon's religious history. Very interesting. Go study it. It's very interesting, and it coincides with a very interesting movie. But anyway, this isn't See, sprint car racing has the opportunity, in my opinion, to get outside of the NASCAR umbrella. It's entertaining. It's visual appeal. Its ability to reach new people and be exciting and be fun and be different and be sellable. Because I've actually done it. Y'all get to there, oh, Chaz, you're an idiot. No, I've went to fucking people. Y'all have sat here on your fucking computers and your Facebooks and your little umbrellas over there in Charlotte, North Carolina, and thought you're a fucking somebody. No, I've went to people outside of your umbrella, and when I show them NASCAR that they've seen their whole entire life, And then when I show them this fucking sprint car ripping a lip, they love that fucking thing. They're like, what is that? I've never seen that in my life. So my issue with this is that it was projected under the NASCAR umbrella. Israel. NASCAR is Israel when it comes to racing. They want to control it all, dictate it all, manipulate it all. So, under this umbrella, in my opinion, that's where this was released. With I know I'm getting off topic just a little bit. We're trying to stay on topic. We're off topic, but we're on it. I know this is very confusing for most people, but that was my one issue. Is I think, Jeremy Elliott's and regular people in the dirt world have a better opportunity to reach normal people than under the umbrella of NASCAR, because they just want to control it. NASCAR, in my opinion, this is my opinion, NASCAR wants every other racing form to stay in a bubble because they have expanded the bubble as much as they can. They've manipulated the public into thinking that they have the best football players in the game, which they have a bunch of rich people. We can all document that. And to show anything else but them, and to glorify any other drivers but themselves, which this is why Dale Earnhardt Jr. deserves some credit, is he tries to put some people on the map, but you got to deal with the umbrella. I get it. I think we can expand. They've expanded as much as they can. Rico Abreu has more followers on Facebook than most of your NASCAR drivers right now, and he hasn't had one fucking minute on ESPN. Whereas these fucking NASCAR drivers are force-fed to the public every fucking weekend. Rico Abreu would be bigger than anything NASCAR has right now if he got a minute or a billboard or a public notification or a public displayment for regular people. NASCAR knows this. That's why they want to keep it lower. That's why they want to keep it under their umbrella, in my opinion. But anyway, this situation happens here with the releasal. In this interview with Dale Earnhardt Jr., there are some comments, Sean. Are there not some comments? Are there not?
Oh, there's all kinds. There's all kinds of comments.
One of the quotes that most people saw, Paul Clayton, very represented, or in my opinion, I'm sorry, Paul, if you're offended by this, not Silva. You can go fuck yourself. Paul Clayton, not Paul Silva. I respect Paul Clayton way more than Paul Silva, for the record. He's a very respected individual in the dirt world. He has footwork and cares about people. He put the quote up from the interview that says, "We always let Donnie run our program, and that led us down a road we didn't want to be on." Tony Stewart. So what is he referencing? There are some claims in this show that we'll probably get flagged. We might get a attorney letter in the mail next week, Sean. Address may get a little action next week. I'm just saying, Sean. I'm just saying. But anyway, we'll push play on this. I think I had these segments. I don't know. We've blown through the half. We've blown through all the show at this point.
Right.
But anyway, here is some clips that I think he's referencing. Hold on, let's see here.
Our program in the past, and that kind of got us down a road we didn't really want to be in. But Rico's done such a great job these last couple of years building this that got a phone call out.
There we go.
Yeah. How difficult was it, Tony, to end the relationship with Donnie after all these years?
Yeah, after 18 years, it's very tough. I mean, it's for 18 years I let him guide the ship. From day one, and you talked about equipment and everything. Literally, we had a program. We had Danny.
Got to pause it. Hold on. It seems like Illuminati's after us, Sean.
You just realize at some point you're just butting heads, and you're not going to fix it. So it is a hard decision, but
it's not working, Sean. It's not working properly.
What?
In the interview, though, do we not both reference the recollection we'll say, of Tony saying that Donnie Schatz, as the a quote here from Paul Clayton said, "We always let Donnie run our program, and that led us down a road we didn't want to be on." Is that a correct quote from the show?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just verifying that. And we had a follow-up comment from John Horn. Another respect. Once again, I fucking John Horn just as respected to me as Dell Jr.'s little lap dogs that he's got working for Flow now. Tony wasn't saying that when they were winning. What do you think about this? Because obviously I had some things to say a little earlier about a third party, because there is a third. You actually heard about this third party in a private conversation me, you, and Donnie had, correct?
Yep.
There is a third party. I'm not trying to play the Andrew Tate role, but it is a female who is basically dictating, or had dictated, the relationship between the sprint car dirt racing team and Tony Stewart. Is that what? That's basically what was described to us, correct?
Right. Yeah.
And for Tony to come out and say that Donnie ran it all without acknowledging this third party, is that not disingenuous? This is why I had the disclaimer earlier. Is that not disingenuous a little bit of Tony?
Oh, 100%.
Or do you think he may be just disconnected to the point he doesn't know about this stuff? Do you think the third party is manipulating or gaslighting the situation in a psychological term to project it as this is what Donnie wants? The third party is like the messenger.
It could possibly be. I mean,
when me, you, and Donnie talked, Sean, did it sound like Donnie Schatz was running the race team?
nope.
Did it sound like the third party was dictating everything that was happening?
He didn't say, but I've seen this.
If he wasn't running
I've seen
it, who
this
was?
female. I've seen this female in action. I can assume that was what was going on, or what was going on.
If Donnie Schatz wasn't running the team and Tony Stewart wasn't running the team, who did?
I'm not going to say who it is.
You don't have to say names. It's third party. We've already labeled
Yeah,
her as
the
a third party.
The third party.
So you would agree that Donnie Schatz did not run this operation. The third party did, based on Donnie Schatz's testimony.
100%.
So this is why I'm saying my disclaimer, because I'm saying this statement by Tony Stewart is disingenuous to Donnie Schatz. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Do you agree?
Yes, I agree.
What are you agreeing it based on? Based on what I'm saying, or based on what you've experienced with Donnie Schatz in front of you?
What I experienced, what Donnie said, the Outlaws show before the Nationals.
Yeah.
That was exactly when that was, or
Do
when we talked about that.
Do you believe Donnie Schatz, Tony Stewart, or the mysterious third party explanation? Because the problem is that the public wants to blame. Here's the problem. This is the fucking problem. Third party. The problem is when the public sees this happen, they want to blame Donnie Schatz, or they want to blame Tony Stewart. They don't know about this third party. Does that make sense? The third party is actually to blame. Now, whether that third party's put in the time, the loyalty, the dedication, the commitment, turned a blind eye, turned the cheek, did whatever it's done to stay in that third party position that it's in, if that third party is actually dictating the relationship between Donnie Schatz and Tony Stewart, then guess who is to blame for the separation of the relationship between Donnie Schatz and Tony Stewart? Why are you shaking your head? Yes, Sean.
Yeah, I can see that 100%.
So, once again, Israel over here. I'm just saying, there's Israel over here playing the silent victim. Playing the fucking everyone else is a narcissist. Playing the I'm the innocent one. While the world judges them. This is my problem with it.
Yeah, and that's,
While the
and that's
world
shit.
judges them.
That's bullshit.
I ain't no motherfucking bitch. I put my name on my shit. Whether I think your fucking paint scheme was ugly or not, and you ban me from your little fucking Tony Stewart racing page, I ain't scared to put my name on what I'm thinking and saying. But in my opinion, when you hide behind the names of Donnie Schatz and Tony Stewart, but you're the dictatorship of the situation, you don't got no respect for me. And at the end of the day, the world should know who you are. Correct?
Yes.
Now, the problem is this happens in all forms. This is the problem. Because I'll tell you right now, there's a bunch of people like what I just described in this entity between Donnie and Tony, this entity here that we're her. We're not naming her name, right? We haven't. Did I name her name or no?
No.
Maybe,
no, we have not.
Maybe earlier I did, but not right now, right?
No.
Why are you laughing, Sean?
Johnny's comments. Oh, my God.
Here's the problem, Sean. Here's the problem, Sean. Here's the problem.
Oh,
And this is
shit.
why Dell Jr. can relate. Because you notice how Dell Jr. had his little fuckboy podcast that took off with the Dell Jr. download, and he had his, what's the one guy on there, the other guy? He had all these stories. What's his name? I think he's one of the best talents on Dell Jr. download. Mike Brewer or something. It's something like Mike or something.
Honestly, I don't watch.
But you know what I'm talking about? Like he's like the other guy with the hat on.
I've seen.
He dealt with Jimmy Spencer. He had all these issues with Jimmy Spencer.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I don't know his
So
name.
that guy, that guy was in that same role that I'm describing here.
Mike Davis.
Mike Davis. Yes. So that guy was in this role. So even though the public, this is my problem. The public is blaming Donnie and Tony, and then you got Rico coming in here trying to destroy the Outlaws because he's in with Kyle and Flo and High Limit and Michael Rigsby, and they're trying to figure out, devise a plan to destroy the Outlaws because that's the only way they can exist. I mean, they can't beat the Outlaws based on driver talent. I mean, you had motherfucking Rico Abreu win tonight and Aaron Reitzel second. If you threw the Outlaw roster in there, they'd be fucking battling for 5th and 6th. Let's be fucking honest here, guys. The Outlaws are way better than the High Limit series right now, in my opinion. Outside of Corey Day, maybe Abreu when he doesn't, fumble himself. But I'm simply saying, Mike Davis.
Yeah.
These Mike Davis people, these third-party bitches. I'm going to call you a bitch because you ain't naming yourself. These people are involved in every decision we see. You have to understand. There are middlemen. And look, even this, maybe my criticism of Mike, maybe my criticism of her isn't even fair because they have to take on an immense amount of stress. You got to understand, Sean. They're playing middlemen with Donnie Schatz's and Tony Stewart's, with Hendricks, with Dell Jr.'s, with these this is what these people are. Super egos. They're managing super egos. If you don't think Tony Stewart and Donnie Schatz don't have a super ego, you're fooling yourself. These people are having to deal with stress and management and things that we can't even comprehend. These are the people that when Watergate happens and no one finds out, they're the reason all the shit gets cleaned up. These are the people that when Epstein's found out and they keep the Epstein files hidden, this is the person that's making it happen. These people in the middle, the unknown names of this world. I'm not even going to say this industry because we just opened the Epstein files, right? These I'm just saying, the Jerry Maguires. They're Jerry Maguires. Back to Scientology. Very interesting that he covered all angles. These are Jerry Maguires. ESPN never heard about Jerry Maguire. They heard about Rod Tidwell and the Arizona Cardinals. You know what I mean by that?
No.
You don't know what I mean by that?
No.
So the essence of the movie of Jerry Maguire was talking about a sports agent. The sports agent, no one knows your fucking name. But look at all the bullshit that he had to go through to make sure that Rod Tidwell had a contract with a football team. There was a fucking movie made about it. There's that much drama, that much element, that much life experience happening to these third-person individuals like this chick, like Mike Davis's, like all these individuals who are subjugating the egos involved. So once again, I'm always devil's advocate to myself. I think this was, once again, why people watch me and listen to me is I'll fucking make a statement and make an explanation and then combat my own fucking self.
Right.
I'll sit here and say I'm a fucking dumbass. So do we blame the girl in the middle? Do we blame the Mike Davis role, for instance? We got a name now. Or do we blame the egos? Who do we actually blame in this? Although, once again, the issue is the ego is making these statements. The ego of a Tony Stewart, once again, my disclaimer to begin the show. The ego of Tony Stewart is blaming Donnie Schatz, is saying Donnie Schatz had the control. But he's also protecting the third party involved. Does that make sense? He's shilling. He's protecting who actually ran it all. Does that not make sense?
Yeah.
He's making sure that this person stays protected through loyalty and is scapegoating the issues of the loyalty and problems onto the person that he has separated with due to the decision-making and the relationship that the third person had with the other. And that's the problem. A lot of these decisions and things we see even in politics, like we began the show at the very beginning, Israel's and all this, we see all these things on our television screens with these characters. This is why I call it Illuminati, technically. Because these are ordained representatives of an ideology, of a storyline, of drama, that basically take on the representation of what's happening publicly, even though privately, the truth is Israel. You're blown away 2 days ago because you're not aware of that third party. Israel's a third party, technically, the silent controller.
Right. Yep.
So that's what I mean by that. Like, there's these silent controllers in every aspect of life that even apply to our dirt track racing world. And so it is disingenuous to say Donnie Schatz is the reason. You know, in a way, when you say that Donnie Schatz had full control of the operation and did whatever he wanted, even though you're talking to Donnie, did he have full control, Sean?
No.
Who did? Once again, bam.
Third party.
Scapegoat. Even though that may be the truth, we're not going to say that because Israel, because the overall respect and loyalty to an ideology is more important than the facts of the situation. And it usually involves three parties because it's a triangle. This is back to Freemasonry and everything. I don't want to get into the full schematics. This will definitely ruin the show. But and they're unaware that they're even acting this way. This is my problem with it. It's like full ignorance to what is actually enacting. So you have that scenario happen where Donnie is being, in my opinion, scapegoated as the problem, even though he is not. And you also have this idea that Rico had basically come up. And in my opinion, this move right here, Sean, this destroyed the world of Outlaws. Is it not over? Honestly.
Yeah, they might as well be.
I mean, in my opinion, Sheldon, I know you're watching. I'm sorry that you're watching. Or no, thank you for watching, Sheldon. Should I say thank you to Sheldon? Or?
I'd say thank you because there should be no sorrow in anybody that watches, whether they like you or hate you. Because they know you speak the truth.
Hold on, we got our text here. Hold on, is it Tony? Oh, we're in trouble. But anyway, I think Sheldon's gone from the Outlaws too. I think you lost a team through the schematics of Rico, NASCAR, High Limit, Kyle. Kyle's a controlled opposition because he works for Hendrick. I also think that High Limit Racing is a NASCAR-controlled entity. This is my opinion. I think that NASCAR ultimately controls what High Limit does because it's business, and the people with the big money control how you operate, decide in business, and where you go. This is why I don't sell out for the money. This is why I say fuck you to the money, and I'll sleep in my car tonight. Fuck you. And get me a fucking Ritz hotel. I don't care. Fuck your money. But when you work in an operative world that is business-based, it's money over everything. And I think that High Limit's a NASCAR entity. I think taking Tony Stewart under the umbrella of marketing with Dell Jr. and Rico, which, God, is that not red flags enough for y'all to know that? Is a big hit for the world of Outlaws. I think taking slated, as we just described, disingenuous shots at Donnie Schatz. I know it's hard. Shots fired at Donnie. At the same time, degrades the world of Outlaws value, even if Donnie goes and continues to run the Outlaws next year, which apparently, according to a real podcast journalist known as Jeremy Elliott, is going to happen next year. Donnie Schatz is on a national tour. I will bet you all the money in the world that's the world of Outlaws. But then you also have Sheldon.
Are you sure this
What?
shot stays with World Outlaws? I mean,
Have you ever seen Jesus hang out in hell with the devil?
no.
Has there ever been a story like that?
No.
You think Donnie Schatz is going to run national tour with the High Limit series? That's Jesus in hell with the devil. Donnie Schatz is running World of Outlaws full time next year. It's
So
happening.
he's gonna be a outlaw through and through.
According to Jeremy Elliott, he's
it-
going to be in a full-time national ride next year. That will be with the Outlaws. You will never see a world where Donnie Schatz is running high limit full-time. You'll never see it. He will retire and go help his nieces before he runs high limit full-time. And according to Jeremy Elliott, a real journalist, better than Dale Earnhardt Jr., SprintCarLimited.com, not Dale Jr. Download, fuckhead.com. According to Jeremy Elliott on his show last night, when I asked him the question, is Donnie Schatz running full-time on a national tour next year? He said yes. That yes will not be high limit. No fucking way. Jesus is not going to hell and hanging out with the devil. I'm sorry, Sean. It's not happening.
Yeah.
So, I don't know how to say this, but in my opinion, the future of the World of Outlaws depends on Sheldon fucking Hodenshow. A lot of rumors he's going to the 18. Yeah, am I gonna go to fucking you knew the truth, Chaz, hell at this point, or prison? But a lot of rumors he's going to the KCP 18. The team that Ripper, his crew chief, him and his crew chief for a package deal, are going to. That's the rumor, at least. But if that fucking team chooses to go with the high limit series, which the World of Outlaws, they fucked Sheldon over at River Cities. He got all pissed off and they gave him a probation. 2 years ago, Sheldon had his issue at New York City where he spun in the infield, and if it was the fucking 2-car David Gravel, sorry, Todd, if it was a 2-car David Gravel, they would have threw a caution. They didn't throw a caution. He threw his fucking helmet across the track to get one. And that's when he scheduled the high limit brawl race at fucking the Sheldon high limit brawl race or whatever at Wayne County, and went to high limit. So if Sheldon goes to high limit, it's the World of Outlaws' fault. And honestly, Sean, and I've said it from day one, even when high limit wanted to do the 12 races and the World of Outlaws acted how they did, if the World of Outlaws fail, Sheldon is a determining factor as far as where he goes next year. But the World of Outlaws fell. It is the World of Outlaws' fucking fault.
100%.
The World
I mean,
of Outlaws.
High Limit's got such a better brand, and I feel
Can't say that. How are you saying that?
they got more to offer. Well, I mean,
You can't say that. You can't say brand, but continue.
Okay, not brand. They got a better outlook, I guess. In the future,
They got better ideas. They're open to listening to people.
Yes.
If a driver has an issue with the series, he just walks over and talks to Brad. If a driver has an issue with the World of Outlaws, they got to fucking send an email to Brian Carter, and he fucking dickheads them and doesn't respond for 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's I just used the wrong word. Sorry. But yeah, go on.
There's no go on about it right now. At the end of the day, the World of Outlaws, if the World of Outlaws fail,
Which they will.
and you sat back in 2021 and 22 and watch these fucking late model guys race for all that money, and they put them on all these streaming industries and showed these fucking sprint car guys all the money they were making, and you didn't understand that the sprint car people who are spending just as much money wouldn't get jealous, and you didn't raise your purses up, and you allowed Kyle and Brad to come in, and then you reject Kyle and Brad for having 12 midweek races, and you won't open your fucking doors to help. You don't deserve any help if you fucking go to the bottom of the damn ocean. They are the reason they will sink.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Period. This entire split series, I will stand on this. This entire split series could have been avoided. High Limit Racing, basically, in my opinion, 3 years ago, wanted to be Flow Racing Night in America sprint car edition. And when they all came in there and asked y'all to give them 12 weeks, like the late model crowd, once again, back to jealousy. The late model crowd is getting anything they want. When you got a modern Dale Earnhardt Sr., which, by the way, Dale Jr., if you think you can outrun Ricky Thornton Jr. in any race car, hell, you could give Ricky Thornton Jr. 3 days of practice in one of your Cars Tour vehicles. I think fucking Ricky Thornton Jr. will drive around fucking Dale Jr. and pull away from him. If you think that when you sat there in that fucking meeting in Knoxville that we went off about on the show, and you told these people with all this money and all this power, fuck you, we're the big dick fucking outlaws, y'all ain't shit, that you weren't already gonna lose. Like I yelled in that fucking RV down there at the Northern Campgrounds. You fucked up. You don't know. And I was yelling because I don't want the Outlaws to lose. I want the World of Outlaws to stay around, but you're making fucking death threats. You're making death threats when you do that, when you're fucking with these people. You denied those 12 midweek races for your Outlaw guys to go and compete against. Got the ball rolling down the hill, buddy. And it ain't fucking summer. Winter's coming. And when that ball rolls down the hill in the snow, what does it do? It gets bigger, gets bigger, gets bigger. This fucking thing is going to take your ass out. These Jeremy Elliott's and these people could say, oh, the Outlaws had the brand and blah, blah, blah. They're fucking announcing shit with Dell Jr. Once again in this racing bubble. That's big.
Yeah.
What fucking thing do you got, World of Outlaws, that's going to reach that much? You want Johnny Gibson to play a motherfucking guitar at Jackson or Houston? That's what's going to reach more than Dale Jr.? Well, I'm just saying, what do you think's going to fucking work, guys? What do y'all think y'all got?
They're pulling.
We got the burn.
They're trying. They're trying to pull. They're trying to pull all the straws they can now.
You know what you become when you become thinking like that? You become Germany. You're this little crew that thinks you're so much better than everyone else. Guess what happens to Germany? They get wiped off the face of the earth. Hiroshima happens to you. I was Japan, but I know I'm World War II referencing right now, but it don't matter how big and badass you think your little circle is. Your little fucking circle will get popped. So all I'm saying, anything, and I said it at the time that it occurred, anything that happens from this point on, when they rejected those 12 races, is the World of Outlaws' fault. Because I'll tell you what, you underestimated one thing, Brian Carter. And I know this is going to sound funny to you, Sean. You underestimated the roar of the Ginger Kitty. You fucked up. Why are you coughing, Sean?
That's a good reference.
You underestimated. Because short man syndrome's real. They got a fucking chip on their shoulder.
Meow.
You fucked around and told this little Ginger Kitty motherfucker that he ain't gonna get his 12 races. Oh, motherfucker, you fucked up. You fucked up. Because he's gonna outwork your ass now, boy. It don't matter how much your fucking dogs bark. That fucking cat's an assassin. If you put your fucking puppy out here into the woods tonight and leave him, He'll literally die on your front porch, waiting for you to give him food and water. All you people out there with your fucking house cats, if you take that cat outside and you throw him in the fucking woods, you come back in 2 weeks, he'll have 3 fucking families with 20 fucking litters. And you got 20 fucking litters that you just told to make. Brad Sweet, Brian, is gonna eat your fucking ass alive. And do you know, funny about that eat your ass alive deal? Do you know that when elderly people pass away, people discover them, that the house cats are the ones that feed first? They say within 30 minutes, a house cat will start feeding on its owner. This is fact.
That's disgusting.
It is disgusting. But this is how cats operate. And you're dealing with a fucking 5'3" ginger kitty who drinks White Claws. What do you think was gonna fucking happen, Brian? What did you think was going to occur? You fucked up. So if the Outlaws end, Rico takes it all over. Tony, Misha, or third party. If all this happens, we have one person to blame, correct? The Darth Vader, as Jeremy Elliott references him as. Brian Carter, for not giving high limit 12 midweek races with World of Outlaw drivers. Because that's what happened, right? That's the history of this whole thing. We all can point to it, and I guarantee you that ginger motherfucking kitty will. When y'all's ass is sinking to the bottom of the ocean, when y'all's ass is sinking to the bottom of the ocean, Ginger Kitty's going to send you a little video replay of that moment in life. Because this is the end. It's not the World of Outlaws' fault. Yes, Sheldon, if he switches, is it not over? But it's not Sheldon's fault. All I'm saying is if Sheldon switches, it is not Sheldon's fault.
It's not Sheldon's fault. What if Kofoid switches?
Kofoid's not switching. Roth Motorsports ain't switching. You got traditionalists, you got rationalists. Sheldon would never switch if the Outlaws didn't treat him like a piece of shit, as David Gravel gets to miss the scales last year at fucking World Finals and just gets pushed back to him. You know, when you're Sheldon Hoddenchild's team or you're any one of these fucking platinum membership groups and you see David Gravel miss the scales at World Finals last year, go back to his pits, and then the Outlaw people run over and push him back and get him to the scales and clear him. That's not what happens, right? No. But when you see people get unfair treatment, what does that do? It's psychology 101. It builds angst, resentment. It builds a fuck you mentality. These other people aren't blind. As much as you want to tell them the excuses, they see reality. They see it happening. Sorry, you're not that fucking special, third party. When you see that shit happen, and then you motherfuck him and you motherfuck them and probation this and that. No. It's not. No. Fuck you. Dude, I was in love with the chick. I only took fuck yous for so long. I only took so many times I was going to, see myself get done wrong before I said, all right. Fuck. I mean, I love you to death, but this is what it is.
Can't do it no more.
Sorry. I deserve better. That's the great quote she would deserve better. Oh, I still agree. And Sheldon agrees now, too. He deserves better than that. And once again, if Sheldon goes to a team, once again, and he leaves that team, or he leaves with that team to High Limit and leaves the World of Outlaws, it isn't based on how good or what the Outlaws or the love he has for the World of Outlaws brand. It's based on what he believes he deserves. It's based on how he was treated and believing that he deserves to be treated better. Period. And with the things we've seen, how could you not believe that you deserve better?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Once again, all you had to do, Brian, I yelled at it in an RV because I care about your brand, your World of Outlaws. It's what I've grown up with in this little bitty dirt racing bubble. Listen here, Netanyahu of the sprint car world. I didn't want Israel to fall. But when you told the Palestinians they can't have 12 fucking midweek races with your Israelis, the Jews and the Gentiles, I don't know what to say. It's your fault. Everything High Limit is doing right now, in my opinion, is based on that decision. I believe it was 3 years ago, right? When they wanted to start the midweek series. When they announced it at Eldora, Kings Royal, they were going to do a midweek series. They came here to Knoxville. They discussed, they had a meeting. The Outlaws said, 4 races, fuck you, bitch. That ginger kitty went to growling. And sure, Brad told everyone, oh, I didn't want to do this. I don't want to do that. It's fine. Ever since that fucking meeting at Knoxville, trust me, buddy, no matter what that house cat told you, he was just waiting. Feed. And that's what happened. 55 race schedule, started trying to siphon your drivers away, got a few of them. But once again, I'm not talking about the reaction to what you did. I'm talking about the action. I don't blame the leaves of a tree. I blame the roots. This is the root of the problem. And if the World of Outlaws don't exist in 2 or 3 years, I'm blaming the root. Unfortunately, the root of this problem is you. Is there anything to say, Sean?
No, I think you covered that.
Do we do live callers? It's kind of early. It's only 10 o'clock, Sean. We got to get some.
I was late to work Tuesday. I can't. You can, but I'm going to probably go to bed here pretty soon.
Oh God, what's the chatty? We'll check the chat. We did promise live callers. I feel like I'm letting them down, but y'all bitches don't deserve 12 races anyway. You fuckers in the chat, you don't deserve your 12 races. Chaz has shifted. Oh, look at him. Look at them. They got the comments on the screen now. They're going crazy. Look at them. It's like they're Spike. Look at them.
Oh, Spike.
No, well, they're acting like
okay.
mini Spikes. Yeah, they're like mini Spikes. They don't deserve any respect, but they act like they should. Will on line one. That is a Jeremy Elliott like staple. Will on line one. Okay, we'll do one. We'll do two calls. We're gonna limit the calls. Okay, we'll limit the calls, Sean. 5 minutes. I'm gonna time them. I'm putting a timer on the screen. All right. There's the call. There's the call. It's a new call number 972-737-0409. It could be Tony Stewart that calls. It could be Donnie Schatz, Misha, or the third party could call. Dale Earnhardt Jr. could call the show right now, Sean. This could happen. We got to give Dale Jr. a chance to defend himself. 972-737-0409. Who wants to be? Oh, my God. Who is it, ladies and gentlemen? Who is on the fucking phone?
Greg.
Greg. Okay, Greg. What do you want to say, Greg? Greg literally called and hung up.
You did?
Yeah, it sounds like the Tinder date I had the other night. What the fuck? Where are you at? At the Motel 6. Let's go. $44 a night. $44 a night. Dude, that chick was hot. All right, Greg hung up on us. We're waiting for another caller. 972-737-0409. Oh, no, we got an unknown number. This could be Brian Hubert saying the N-word, guys. Hello. He hung up again.
Somebody was on there.
Somebody was. All right, we got another one. Hello. They're hanging up. They're hanging up. All right, 904. Oh, this could be the X right here. Hello.
Hi, Chaz. How you doing, man?
What's your name? Where are you calling from? What's going on?
It's David.
David.
Point distance. You know me.
Yeah, okay. What do you want to say? Sorry, we're trying to limit the calls.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what's happening with the World of Outlaws and merger, I think the World of Outlaws got a serious problem. I think the Rico TSR merger is a great thing for sprint car racing. And I don't know what the World of Outlaws are going to do, because if they don't change their system, they'll be out of business in 2 years. If they lose Sheldon or another driver, it's over for them.
Well, and I'm actively hearing that Sheldon is. I'm hearing it. You know, obviously Sheldon didn't leave the 17 car until he was like frustrated, got the probation. So I am hearing that Sheldon's going to move on. Obviously, you're David. You're from New Zealand. You are trucking down the road possibly right now. You live in Florida. We did hang out with you at Volusia. You're actually the reason me and Brian Brown got into an altercation 2 years ago. I don't know if you want to explain this. But Nike, she's a Nike and a check mark for a reason. Regardless, you think that if they don't do something, what can they do? At this point, I think once they rejected the 12 races and they've got to this point, what do they really even do to save their series at this point? What do they do? I mean, if Sheldon goes, what do they do?
Well, they're going to have to share the revenue from dirt vision. They're definitely going to have to do something here and up the pay, because when you look at the money they're paying compared to High Limit, if they don't come to the party and start
especially when you
increasing
consider the new franchise system, that's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen to your phone, not the screen. Turn the screen down. Don't listen to the screen. But what are they going to do if they do not figure out a way? The franchise system is so much more money than what the Outlaws are offering. They could up their bonuses, but the franchise system is actually adding, like real estate value to a team owner.
Well, I don't know what they're going to do, but they're going to have to do a similar thing, or they're going to have to start sharing their revenue, because they're making a lot of money at $300 a year to subscribe. So I don't know what they're going to do. If they don't go to a franchise system or whatever,
Okay.
man, they're in big trouble.
Well, hold on.
If they lose a couple of drivers, man, it's over.
Well, here's the bigger deal: is a few years ago they apparently were for sale, like World Racing Group, Dirt Vision, World of Outlaws, late model sprint cars. All of it was for sale for I hear $75 million. They probably should have sold then. They're not going to be worth that anymore. I don't think at all. No way possible.
Nowhere near it.
No way near it. Is the future, if the World of Outlaw brand wants to survive, do they sell to Flow Racing?
Oh, they'll probably end up selling to NASCAR.
Which is Flow Racing, but
yeah. Well, that's another thing too. Flow Racing, I see so much NASCAR crap on there, and I'm going, oh my God, it's only a matter of time before they sell out to NASCAR. And I think High Limit, I think what Brad and Carl are doing is trying to build this brand, get it rocking really good, and then NASCAR buys it out, and then Brad and Carl can sit in the Bahamas and drink margaritas every day.
I don't know about that. I think Flow Sports is worth more than NASCAR, personally.
Well, NASCAR's just fucking junk, mate. It's just fucking junk. They don't even have a product anymore. They had a product in the late 90s and early 2000s, but they have absolutely nothing.
Well, I agree. So I think that Flow Racing, Flow Sports, is a more valuable entity. I think Flow Sports, in a perfect world, Flow Sports purchases the World of Outlaws, and which is possibly already happening, because we know Real American Beer is a Flow Racing, Flow Sports company, and they sponsored the World of Outlaws. So it's possible that this is already happening. But in the perfect world, the World of Outlaws and High Limits owned under the same entity, and they play NFC, ASC football. They divide into conferences, and they have playoff games and championship games.
Well, that all sounds good. So you're having two separate series, and then the two champions come together and play off.
Right. Well, and the late model world's already doing that, right? The late model world's already perfected this, correct?
Yeah. They got the late model world's got their shit together.
Well, but the late model world also operates under two major series, and then their match races are bigger than anything you can see. So, I mean, in a perfect world, that would be what the Outlaws and High Limit would end up being, is two series, just like Lucas Oil and the World of Outlaw late models. And then the big match races that they have would be the big shows.
Yep. Like the World 100 and all that stuff.
Well, the sprint car racing would have more match races, though. Imagine if you had the World Finals this year, and it was the World Finals this year. It's 3 days straight. Imagine instead of it being an outlaw race, it's a race where it's the top 10 top 15 from the World of Outlaws and the top 15 from High Limit, and they're racing 3 days straight for the World Championship. That would be way more entertaining than what the World Finals is right now, which is just a dust fest that's kind of cold.
Yeah. Yes, I agree. 100%. Yep.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay. Well, we were trying to keep the phone calls under 5 minutes. I'm sure you have more opinions. Is there anything else you want to say before we let you go?
Yeah, it's been a while since I spoke to you. Since February.
Well, because you didn't want to bring your fucking fifth wheel up to Knoxville or anywhere. You've abandoned your people.
No.
You're going back to New Zealand.
Well, when I had my New Zealand friends turned up, it sort of beat me up pretty bad.
When I had the Australian friends turn up, they beat me up pretty bad, drinking at fucking 10 in the morning and shit. Fuck that.
Oh, well, you know about Australians. I warned you about them because I said they're the best drinkers in the world.
Australians are the best beer drinkers in the world. You're saying this is a fact.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I know.
Okay. Well, have you enjoyed the show tonight, David? That's what I'm asking. Have you listened to the show? Have you enjoyed it?
Yes. Well, I'm glad you're back on because you've been touring around too much and I've been on the track. But I'm actually home for a couple of days, so I'm watching the show.
Do you think Tony Stewart and Dylan Hart Jr. and Donnie Schatz hate me now?
No. Why?
Because I said some pretty rude things tonight, did I not, Sean? I mean...
No, but you do one thing you do all the time and just tell the truth.
If the truth is respected, I believe what you're saying. Correct. We'll see.
Yeah. But other people see it the other way, Dave. Other people see shit the other way. I see it as I see it.
Right.
And you speak the truth, so that's it.
Well, hopefully people in power with their image see it the same.
Oh, well, we'll see. Hey,
right.
Man, you have a good night. I hope sprint car racing doesn't get, the word of Outlaws don't get destroyed, but it's not looking good for them at the moment. That's just my opinion. And there's lots of sprint car racing on. I don't even care about 2 series. The more sprint car racing I can see, the better.
Yeah. Well, I do think that there is a world where High Limit and the World of Outlaws work together, but it is technically a world that is very similar to the late model industry, where it's 2 industries that race separately but then battle throughout the year. I think that Flow Racing is going to take over the whole industry in 3 years.
Oh, you think so?
100%. The Outlaws are done. Not the brand, but the single standing entity as the Outlaws against High Limit is done.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't care, man. As long as I see lots of sprint car racing, I'm fine.
Okay. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Hey, man. Give me a call when you get a chance.
I will. Thank you for calling in.
Yeah, I might be up your way soon anyway. It's getting cold. I'll probably be up there.
Oh, God. I'm going to be coming down there if it gets any colder, damn it.
Oh, man.
I'm going to be texting you. Can I stay in the fifth wheel?
Oh, it's still here in the back. It's still here in the backyard.
Okay, we'll catch you later. Let's get some other people in here.
Okay, no problem, man.
All right.
Later.
So that was David. He has been here on the Knoxville time frame. Oh God, we got text. I got to take a piss. Hold on. We're gonna open the lines one more time. John, you got to respond to these chat people. You got to say something.
I have been.
What have you been saying? Let's see what they said. What you ain't been saying nothing.
Yeah. What do you think, guys? What do you think so far, guys? Ron ain't worth it. Yeah, I really don't say shit because he's got my mic turned off half the time. I think he's going to take a couple more calls before we shut her down for the night. Yeah, I was an hour late Tuesday. Hour late to work. I got to get used to staying up this late again. Thanks,
Sean's
Wally.
talking shit on me.
Thanks, Wally.
Wally, what happened? What you talking about?
He said I was his man.
Okay. If you would have said Connie's the man, she might have been happy about that. But
She might be upstairs watching. I don't know. I
is
doubt
she?
it,
It would be nice. Where is Tyler Walker, and is he still? What does that say? Feeling? What does that mean, Sean?
I don't know.
Hey, man, I've tried to check in on Tyler Walker. I can't hear nothing. I really
Did
haven't.
you slam the door?
No, I haven't.
That's what somebody said.
I haven't heard nothing. All I know is that he's like he's building his business in L.A. I'll tell you what, though. Here's what I will say about Tyler Walker. Even if he calls in tonight, I will say that, you know, damn, how do I say this? It's hard to talk about it, Sean, is it not? Even if you were to say something about it, right? I mean,
It is hard, but I mean, he's ghosted everybody. I just hope he's doing well. I mean,
here's my deal. When I saw Tyler, and apparently people tie me to this Tyler Walker deal, and I understand why. I'm not saying I don't understand why, but you know, when I saw Tyler Walker, and we did the show where Tyler Walker was, you know, what was it? Fucking in some fucking RV or whatever. He's like basically saying he needs help like 2 years ago. He's like on the side of Skid Row, and I told the truth as to what I thought was going on. Like, hey man, he needs help. Like he don't want to be there, you know?
right.
And then, you know, a year later, he randomly calls me on Facebook. This is what happened. And then wants to come back racing. And, you know, in that moment, my faith in Tyler Walker is probably the same faith that the people had who bought his Rat Bag t-shirt. You know, I was a kid who played the video game. Oh, I was a kid who saw Tyler Walker doing all these things, you know? And then obviously the Ron Rutherford deal happens. He gets the opportunity to race again. Like, oh my God, I got to be there. And, you know, I saw some things in person that I necessarily didn't think. You know, you look at Tyler Walker, in my opinion, as like a hero, a guy on the screen, you know, or somebody like you probably saw him race here locally before I did. You're a little older than me, Sean, but
Right. Yeah.
I didn't really get to see Tyler Walker race personally much. I just saw him as a video game guy. You know, I'm 38 years old. If you have any single 38-year-old sisters or something, send them my way. But no, I'm just playing. But you know, hell, if I could help this guy I watched on my TV screen become a somebody again, that'd be fucking awesome. Let's make it happen. I gave it attention to begin with because I thought it was so amazing, you know? And to be a part of his comeback in any kind of way was sincerely awesome. But if I'm being honest, like I was with Dale Jr., like I was with Tony Stewart, like I was with Donnie Schatz. And I don't know if this is going to make some people upset or not. When I got, and this is in defense of Ron Rutherford, technically, and Andrew Buchter, however they want to say the last name. When he got on my show, we started talking about God, forgiveness, love, devotion, anointment, purpose, life, all the things that I've basically lived my life on. And then I get to Port Royal. And he goes out there and qualifies mid-pack. And this is just my facts. This is how I feel. My experience. People can hate me for my experience, but this is mine. Qualifies mid-pack. And I've been around a lot of race teams, Sean. In 7 years, I've been around the best fucking race teams you know right now. Okay, Sean? Do you agree?
Yeah.
And I've been around some fucking dumbass race teams. So, what I'm saying is I've seen the best drivers with the worst crews, and I've seen the worst crews with the best drivers. When that I'm just going to be blunt. I'm going to be in so much trouble, Sean. This condemn me, right? And at this point, I'm using this language because of my experience. When that motherfucker walked into that pitting area and jumped out of that car and condemned everyone involved in the crew, the shocks, the engine, the chassis, after so many years being removed from the seat, when he condemned everyone but himself. You know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
Everyone but himself. As to why that car didn't go faster. I already had seen it. I know what that is. I've watched. This is why people listen to me with drivers. When I say Caleb Henry's good, when I say Justin Sanders is good, when I say Ryan Timms is good, when I say these guys are good, this is why car owners listen to me and put drivers in cars based on my thoughts of what I think the drivers are. You know what I mean by this?
Yeah.
Because I evaluate talent. I just backed the seat up because we're about to get real. Now, looky here, buddies. I didn't say buddy because I'm going to talk about two people here. This is bad, Sean. When Tyler Walker was winning races, he did what he did at the Mopar Million. When Donnie Schatz was dominating events, when Donnie Schatz was winning races with Ricky Warner, which Ricky Warner started off with Tyler Walker. You know what lacked in this industry? In dirt racing? Because of the money? Talent and equipment. There was a pretty good era there where talent and equipment didn't really get together much in dirt track racing. You know what I'm saying by that? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
talent and equipment didn't really get together much. And if you could match a little bit of talent with a little bit of equipment, you could win World of Outlaw races. You could win a bunch of marquee events. You could perform well. What I mean by that, let me give two examples here since this is the topic of the night. How many cars did the funding equipment of Tony Stewart and Donnie Schatz have to compete against? Who? Tell me. Not, don't go research it like Jeremy Elliott would. Who did Donnie Schatz have to beat all them years when he was kicking ass? What funding and equipment and driver and combination was he having to beat? When he was winning 30 fucking races or 25 or whatever. What was the competition like? Who was funding them? What was the drivers? Do you know off the top of your head, Sean? Who had Tony Stewart money?
Nobody. Not that I can think of.
Not just funding for a car, but funding for a crew. Who was paying crews full-time money in that era? That Donnie Schatz. We'll use Donnie, Tyler, to not make you feel bad. Who was doing that? Who was spending that amount of money?
I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know. I don't either. I can't off the top of my head. Maybe KKR. Maybe Todd. With what was it? Terry McCarl, Sammy Swindell at the time. Maybe Todd was putting in a little bit of money. Maybe. Jason Myers, if you could, that problem. Maybe. Jason Myers was 2-year span. I'm just simply saying, Tyler, you were whooping some ass when you didn't have much competition when it came to equipment, Ricky Warner, and you. And there's a reason, guys. Unfortunately, I don't just listen to Tyler Walker's side of why Tyler Walker's where he's at and nobody's helping him. I listen to both sides. I listen to Brian Walker. I listen to the other side with all this money and all these filtration systems as to why you don't help Tyler. What's the fucking deal? I posted them up. What the fuck? And I hear their explanations. It's not good, Sean. It's not good. So, you get out of a fucking race car after so many years off, and you got a reputable crew chief, in my opinion, that can put you around the racetrack, and the driver makes the difference. And you go out there, you qualify mid-pack, you come in the fucking pitting area, and you raise hell like everybody's the problem but you. I don't think of it that way. Go ask everybody involved. When I witnessed what I witnessed in PA Speed Week at Port Royal, I was on the phone with Bitcoin. Because the deal was already done. We got to pull the plug. I'm being honest. Look, this is what the Chaz is all about, the truth, right? I don't give a fuck. Come and slit my throat. Kill me tomorrow. Fuck off. I was on the phone that night after Port Royal when I saw Tyler Walker raise hell, got on Flow Racing, trash Penske shocks after Danny Dietrich, which I still have respect for Danny, even though he wanted to pay Ron Rutherford to knock me out in that video. Oh, I heard you, Danny. I heard you in your little fucking truck. And I might, can we do a celebrity boxing match, Danny, me and you? That would be very, very alluring. I'm willing to get knocked out by you, not by that motherfucker who we exposed as a scam artist. But at the end of the day, no. I'm calling up Bitcoin, PA Speed Week, Port Royal. saying we got to eject. Because I didn't know this is who I was dealing with. And it's taken this long for me to say this on camera because, or on audio, because I care about Tyler Walker, bro. But at this point, when we already got through Port Royal and PHP week, we get the King's Roll, and maybe Bitcoin people put out their documentary, maybe not because of the situations at hand. And let me just say, Jesse Douglas, which we had here, right? Jesse Douglas from Dirt Co Media.
Yep.
I have so much respect for Jesse Douglas in this situation. Played too many. Honestly, out of anyone that I feel I've lost a relationship in this, it would be Jesse Douglas that I feel the most for, because I think he's the baddest motherfucker I know right now. But I did not say this about Tyler until today because of how much I cared about Tyler Walker. Because I was the kid on the games. I was the kid who saw a mountain crumble. And when I saw, with what I've done with my life, an ability to make that mountain rise again, even if the mountain wanted to talk shit, thinks he's David Gravel, even though I know he ain't, I didn't care. I just wanted to make it happen. I just wanted to see success. I just wanted to see the dead rise again. Well, and see, that's biblical. Obviously, Tyler professed to God in some of his videos. But at the end of the day, I do not, whatever God, let me tell you right now, and I put God above all of you. Whatever God Tyler Walker was professing to was not the God I subscribe with. Because a real God has discipline. A real God preaches self-obedience. A real God preaches humbleness. A real God that you believe in would never allow you to act the way you did. And that goes for Tyler and Ron also. Although Tyler's a victim in this more than Ron is, but still, there's guilty victims involved in this scenario. So I ignored a lot of this stuff when it was happening. Tried to give benefits of the doubts because that's what my fucking God does, not yours. Your God apparently subscribes to telling people that you love them, even though you'll fuck them when the camera turns off. So, I don't know really how to address this Tyler Walker scenario because I'm angry about it. I'm not happy about how it went down. I'm not happy about the Tyler Walker I met versus the Tyler Walker that I thought I knew. Is there people to blame for the I knew Tyler Walker versus the Tyler Walker I met or the Tyler Walker I thought of? Maybe. But at the end of the day, if you believe in God, you have consistency. So whatever God Tyler Walker was worshiping, I will like to say this for the official record. It's not the God I worship. Not at all. So whatever God y'all heard of. I know people said this, oh, Tyler said God this and God that. False prophets exist all the time. They proclaim false doctrine. I don't proclaim false doctrine. It took me from then until September 17th claim what I am right now because I believe in righteousness. But when I'm going to be put on the spot, my God also says truth above everything. And everything includes my life, Charlie Kirk. So no, not going to sit here, be silent. I'm very upset about the Tyler Walker scenario. Ron, a whole nother situation. Ron, if you do what you did to the Hodnett family, if you do what you did to these other families when they have their race cars wreck and they get injured and you put on a fucking, fundraiser so then you can make money and then you don't give the family any money based on what we're hearing. Fuck you. You're a piece of shit. I liked Ron. He stood up to COVID. He's kept his pizza shop open. I still don't know how to feel about this, but with Ron in particular, like Danny, I still think Danny represents some style of non. I was about to say some very illegal things, but yeah, as far as Tyler Walker is concerned, if I was to sit here and self-analyze the entire scenario, I feel very robbed of my hope. I think a lot of fans feel robbed of their hope. And I think you should never in your life ever say God's name in vain. And when I say that, I mean you should never reference God in your life ever again. Until you show years and years of actual evidence of acceptance of him. Although listening to Brian Walker's and other testimonial, third-party statements, that's why they don't help you. Because they ain't seen the evidence. And unfortunately, I think me and a bunch of people just got to see it live, on camera, in person, on social media, on all these outlets, even mine, for the last 2 fucking months. And now we don't have to buy it anymore. And that sucks, for the fucking record. Any thoughts, Sean?
No.
Do you know what I mean by this?
Oh, yeah.
That's all I'm saying. I don't have much to say outside of that. Dustin Miller's telling the truth here. That's why he knows what I'm doing. Well, you could say I did great things for Tyler Walker, but it doesn't matter. People still message me all the time, ask me about Tyler Walker updates. Where's Tyler Walker? As far as I'm concerned, I will never. Let me make this fucking clear. If Tyler Walker was to message me tomorrow and say, I love you, man. Sorry I let you down. Can you help me get a ride? It's not how God operates. Choices are everything. Evidence is facts. Multiple opportunities and all that. Once again, if you want them, Go to a chaplain. Don't come to the Chaz. Tyler Walker and the Chaz are officially done. And I'm sure I'll get a lot of hate tomorrow, and everyone can call me and say, fuck you, and you're a piece of shit, and Ron was right about you, or whatever y'all want to say. But I will never, personally, on this channel, help Tyler Walker without evidence. Because I work in the human domain. I don't work in fantasy land. I tried fantasy land with Tyler, and look where it got me. In a fucking pitting area, being yelled at, exposing a fucking scam artist. And yeah, I probably will never help Ron Rutherford ever again, and that's fine. That's fine. And no, I will never help Ron Rutherford again. Because we exposed him. If he did what he did to the Hodnets, like was exposed in our show, which we didn't do anything wrong to Ron, we just gave people a platform to speak against Ron. And we learned about his Hodnet scam artist deal. We have several messages from other people who were victims of his fundraising that he did at Mama's Pizza, and we destroyed his whole fundraising scheme. It's what I would call it. So I won't help him or them either. And if Danny Dietrich did so many things in Vegas with Ron on trips and he has to stand with him, that's fine. That's fine. But regardless, you helped Tyler, you did a good deed. I tried. And here's the deal with me. I'm going to try. But then once you show me your cards, going to believe the cards you're showing. That's how I feel about it. God says you must forgive, Chaz. So you all talk about God because you certainly don't need your lips. God says you must forgive, but you don't expect forgiveness. No. There's plenty of scriptures out there that say forgiveness is anointed. There also has to be repentance in that forgiveness. This is how the modern world manipulates you. If there is no repentance, there is no forgiveness. So if Tyler Walker wants to come on the show and repent his wrongdoings that I witnessed and how I witnessed him do things wrong, and if Ron Rutherford wants to come on the show and repent on the things that he did wrong, that I think he did wrong, then okay. If he wants to repent, there has to be repentance or there has to be repentance for forgiveness. Those who are out here preaching a false doctrine of do whatever you want, however you want it, and God just forgives and loves you, those are liars. Tyler Walker, Ron Rutherford, anyone who did anything wrong, in my opinion is based in truth, you have to come out and repent of the sins that you conducted. Okay, so fine. And yes, maybe it's repentance. No, still time. It's repentance. If these people want to come on the show and publicly proclaim the repentance for the things that they did wrong, the manipulation, the money, the ghosting of the sprint car world, as Sean said. If y'all want to repent for these wrong things, then okay, then maybe we can accept your forgiveness. But if you don't want to repent, you don't want to ask for the forgiveness, then it will not be received. These people like to stifle the Bible and like to stifle God's scriptures. They don't like facts. Facts fuck them up. Facts make them feel, what was the word that Dirt Code told me? It makes them feel atonement. Some people don't like atonement. I do. Romans 3:23, for all have sinned and shortcome in the glory of God. Right, and that's why you're supposed to ask for repentance in your shortcomings. There is a form of acknowledgement of your sin. So anyway, you're right. I thought you were going a different route. Okay, well, no. I mean, if I read your comments and I see them, I will address them as proper. I thought the ghosting was because he had no rides after Eldora. Well, apparently he's turning down rides because he thinks he's David Gravel. This is my problem with Tyler Walker. I hope you're listening, Tyler. You're not that good anymore. Donnie Schatz, you're not that good anymore. There's more money in the sport. There's more talent than ever. You can't keep up. You can't keep up with these guys anymore. So you either get on the fucking wheel, stop blaming the crew chief, stop blaming the car, stop blaming the engine. You get up on the fucking wheel and outdrive the guy in front of you, or you're going to get left behind, like Donnie Schatz and Tyler Walker currently are. That's the fucking message. I thought he ghosted because he No, y'all just ain't as good as you were 10 years ago. And not just you. Hold on. Wrong statement. I repent. You're just as good as you were 10 years ago. The fucking sport's 10 years better now. We got 10 years better of equipment and 10 years better of drivers. Keep the fuck up. Get the fuck up. Giddy up. I don't want to hear your fucking excuses. Get in the car and outdrive them. You can't float the middle like Donnie did. Okay, Donnie, well, get on the fucking cushion and keep up with Kofoid. Get up on the cushion and keep up with Ryan Timms. Get up on the fucking wheel and race. And if you want to worry about the good old days, well, fucking go back to them and stay where you belong. Our sport today ain't got time for you. Literally, on the track. They don't have time for you. They're a couple tenths faster. So either you get up on the fucking wheel, Tyler Walker and Donnie Schatz, and start fucking whooping some ass, or just go stay in history. Stay in history where you belong. The equipment's better. The drivers are better. Tracks are giddy up. These motherfuckers ain't fucking around anymore, buddy. It's 2025. It ain't 2015. You're fucked. They've been learning off Kyle Larson for fucking 8 years. And you, Donnie, not to say, I was saying that to Tyler. You, Donnie, they've been learning off you, Kyle. They've been learning off all these motherfucking badasses. These kids, these people, they ain't fucking around floating middles. Oh, no, if I got to get up on the cushion and whoop some ass to get it done, I'm getting it done. And then guess what? If you're trying to float the middle or ride the bottom, you're going to get left behind. You're in the B main, C main, bye. It ain't your Penske shocks, buddy. It ain't your Fox shocks. It ain't FKs. It ain't the motor. It's you. Kyle Larson don't know a fucking thing about the race car. He gets in it and drives it because he's a bad motherfucker. And if he gets out onto the fucking racetrack and don't go forward, he don't sit there and blame the fucking car while he's in the cockpit. He blames himself and gets better and fucking speeds up. Period, buddy.
People don't want to hear excuses.
Period, buddy. Get up on the fucking wheel, or get out the fucking seats. Get up on the wheel or get out the fucking seat. I thought Tyler Walker could show some strength. You know the difference? If you put the mentality that I just explained into Tyler Walker's talent, he could win races. But the problem is the talent is being blocked based on the mentality. He's being hindered. I would say the devil is hindering him. Because the devil institutes self-doubt. The devil institutes self-doubt. So when you're in the seat of the car and it's not doing what you want it to do, and you're blaming anything but you, that is insecurity. Because you don't believe in yourself enough to make the difference. Period. You don't believe that I can figure this out. You're blaming the car. That's the problem. You're blaming this. That's the problem. You're blaming the equipment. That's the problem. You're not thinking it's you. You're not self-analyzing enough. And once again, it sounds weird. Like, wait, that's insecurity. No, it's believing in yourself enough to figure out how to be better than the guy in front of you. The real security says, I can figure out a way to make this car better. Insecurity says, fuck, the car's wrong. Insecurity says the motor's not good enough. Real security says, I'm gonna fucking figure this shit out. Let's get it done. That's how I feel. Any comments, Sean? Nobody's calling anymore, so
No.
we should probably end it. Is that we trashed the whole entire industry? Tyler Walker, Donnie, everybody, huh?
I got off subject, but
No, we didn't get off subject. We stayed on subject. Trust me. You think we got off subject? How did we get off subject? What was the subject?
well, there really wasn't any subject, but I mean, we just talk about whatever, but yeah, it just went from Tony Stewart and Rico to
No, that's not how it started. It started with Israel.
right, but
So then we got off subject to begin with.
right. No, it's all good.
There's
Yeah.
no subject. There's only truth. Did we
That's-
lie?
that's what-
Did we lie tonight? I mean,
No.
Did we tell the truth?
Oh yeah.
Well, then that's the subject.
You're right.
Just saying.
No, I'm not saying we got off, or I'm not saying we got off subject. It was just, we talk about whatever and what people want to know, in chat and what they ask and whatnot. So, no, we did good.
Okay. Is that it? Are we done?
I'm done.
We're only 8 beers in.
I don't care. I'm going to bed.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we were not afraid tonight.
Can't be.
Charlie Kirk me, you motherfuckers. Fine. It's fine. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the show. Like the video, share it around. I mean, subscribers, views, everything matters. World of Outlaws, Brian Carter. You've committed the ultimate sin.
Somebody said they better call an emergency meeting.
They really did. They need help. They need help. But anyways, hopefully we don't. Hopefully you enjoyed the show. Be sure to subscribe. Tell your friends. Tell your family. You got to hear what the Chaz said. Whatever it is, tell me what we need to do. Well, don't tell me. I'm just going to do it anyway. But like the video, share it around, subscribe. And we will hopefully catch you next time. If the Israel don't take us out, Sean. Israel might take us out. Thanks for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. All about it, lonely like old bro Joe. Cartel gonna care for me, not you, cause I'm the CEO. I'm here to fight, looking to sink with my torpedo. I'm just a lap car trying to survive, running in the back, fearing my life. Cause there's a black 2041 guy adding to the junk in the field with some white on white crimes. Or is it 99 maybe? I don't give a damn, but the bank statements lately adding up through the junk.